What is going on everyone? In this video I will explain how to install weapon mods for GTA 5, both replacement as well as add-on. And I recommend that you watch the entire video before committing. And in case you already know how to do all of this, you should still watch it. Maybe you're going to learn new things here and there. So we'll be installing this Lockwood 680. It's a pump shotgun replacement from Modern Warfare. It has proper specular maps, so weapon looks really good in game. I'll be using it from now on. Then this M27 Carbine rifle replacement, Glock 19 with glow-in-the-dark tritium sights. This is the one that I use. And we will be using this blank RPF archive, so the installation is going to be modular. What I mean by that is that in case you're doing your entire setup, GTA 5 modded setup from scratch, you'll just have to copy this folder to your DLC packs folder and add the name to the DLC list.xml, and you will have everything back, all the replacement weapon mods. Then there's a Addon Weapon assault sniper. We'll be installing this. And you also need this ASI plugin if you are going to install any of the add-on weapon mods. And finally we are going to go over how to equip these add-on weapons. So now let's start with downloading and installing this blank RPF archive. Link is in the description. Download and extract it. Copy paste or cut paste this LSPD_models folder to your DLC packs folder. Full path is right here: GTA 5, mods, update, X64 and DLC packs. And now here is a bonus tip: you can rename this folder. It's still going to work. No need to go with the same name. If you wish to change it, you can. One thing that you need to make sure is that DLC RPF should be inside this folder. It's there, so next up, launch Open4, make sure that the edit mode is on, and then go to mods, update, update.rpf, common, data, and right click and edit DLC list.xml. Scroll down to the very bottom, copy paste any of these existing lines. It is the same process every time, you already know, and replace everything between the slashes with the name of the folder. In my case, it is LSPD_models, and in case you have decided to rename the folder, you need to put the new name instead. So once we are done with this, save it. Now we are going to install the replacement weapon mods. Go to mods, update, X64, DLC packs, and find that folder. LSPD_models. Go to DLC.rpf. Go to X64 and you'll find two RPF archives in it. One is models.rpf and the second one is weapons.rpf. The first one, models.rpf, is for installing replacement models. It has been covered in another video. Check the top right corner right now. But for weapons installation, we're going to use the weapons.rpf. So open it, you can see that the archive is empty. So let's start with Lockwood 680, the pump shotgun replacement. Extract it. Right here, Lockwood 680. It has suppressor too, but I'm going to skip it. There are two folders here, version 1 and version 2. Version 1 is with iron sight, version 2 is without iron sight. I'll be using version 1. Just drag and drop like this. Done. Next up is Glock 19, combat pistol replacement. Same, drag and drop. M27, carbine rifle replacement. You can see that things are a little complicated here because it has attachments too, custom attachments. Flashlight, foregrip, and this is the magazine. It's going to be common for everything. So first, just drag and drop all of these. And then you will have to pick one of the models. You can only pick one. For example, there's a description too: iron sight with bipod down, iron sight with bipod up. You get the idea. I'm going to go with iron sight and no bipod. This is the weapon. And there is one more attachment, the scope. So we're just going to drag and drop that too right here like this. Now let's check out this in game. First one is the combat pistol, the Glock 19. Next one, pump shotgun. Also working. Next up is carbine rifle. It also has some attachments. I remember it had a scope, a grip, and a suppressor. And you can see that there are some glitches over there. ACOG scope is fine, but game is loading the vanilla asset for the foregrip and the flashlight. We need to fix this. There is a reason. The reason is that the download does not has the high detail variant for the AF grip and the flashlight. Check out the YDR file. There's only one for flashlight and there is only one for foregrip. On the other hand, check out the scope attachment. There are two model files, this and this one. You can see the difference is this one has _high suffix. So I'm going to rename it and add _high to foregrip and also to the flashlight model. YDR file is the model, YTD is the texture. Now I'm just going to drag and drop these two in the weapons.rpf. Now it should work. You can see now we have two different models for foregrip, two different models for flashlight. It was a mistake on the person who made the weapon mod, but it is very easy to fix. So let's try it once again. Carbine rifle, scope attachment, foregrip, and flashlight. Now before we move on to add-on weapon installation, I'm going to explain a few things. Starting off with what we just fixed, you can see that all the models have two different model files. And one of those two files has _high suffix. You can see it is there for carbine rifle, _high, AF grip, _high, flashlight, _high, scope, _high, combat pistol, _high, pump shotgun, _high. Now listen to this. The models with _high suffix are supposed to be high detail models. Game loads these when the models are really close to you. For example, you're the one using the weapon, or there's a ped who is holding this weapon and he's standing close to you. That's when the game loads high detail models, and when the weapon is far away from you, it loads low detail models in order to reduce the impact on performance. So ideally, this model right here without the _high suffix should have lot less polygons and vertices than this one. Like, if weapon is this far away, you cannot see all the details, so it doesn't need to be there. The vanilla game assets actually have these. And now here is a comparison with vanilla game assets. For example, this vanilla combat pistol. You can see that this one with _high suffix has 5000 vertices and 2000 polygons. And here, one without the high suffix has only 1000 vertices and 761 polygons. This is the ideal case. But the modded weapons usually do not have these. Now the second thing that I wish to discuss are the textures. Let's go with this, pump shotgun. You can see that there is a pattern here. This one is a diffuse texture. This is what you see in the game. This is the normal map, and this is the specular map, reflection map. And it is there for all the textures. For example, check out this bolt. Bolt N is the normal map for the bolt, and bolt S is the specular map for the bolt. Same, it is there for the grip, normal, specular, and this one is diffuse. Sight S, sight N. It is easy to identify. You can see right there that the diffuse map is like this, Normal map is like this, and specular map is made up of shades of grey. For example, take a look at all of these. It controls the reflection on the surface of the weapon. In case you have downloaded a weapon mod which does not has the specular map, just try not to install it. Try to find an alternative. It won't always be named like this. For example, it may be bolt underscore spec and it may have an entirely different name, but you can look at it and you can tell that this is the specular texture. I told you that it is going to be a shade of grey made up of shades of grey. The more white it is, more reflective. More dark it is, less reflective. Next up, how to install Addon Weapons. And if you wish to use any of the Addon Weapons, you need this ASI plugin. If you have a Addon Weapon installed without this plugin, the game will crash. Same process, how to install ASI plugin. Just download, extract, copy paste both these files, weapon limits, adjuster, ASI and INI file to your GTA5 root directory. Next up, let's install the Addon Weapon. I'm going to copy paste this folder to my DLC packs. And then once again, go to dlclist.xml, edit the file and just add this folder to the list. It is not easier to install Addon Weapons. In order to equip it, you need this plugin, Addon Weapons. It's a script mod based on scripthook.net and it also requires Lemon UI. And you need only this file, lemonui.svdn3.dll. So once you have that, just download this plugin. So you need to copy paste everything that's in here in the scripts folder to your GTA5 root directory, scripts folder. It is asking me for a replace because I already have the files. Once you have installed the Addon Weapons plugin, you just need to go into the game and visit any of the ammunition stores and look for a pile of explosive boxes like this. Press C and you can purchase all the weapons, including Addon Weapons, Assault Sniper. Press enter again to get all the weapon attachments. You can see these are tones, classic green, blue, brown earth, brown black. For some reason I'm not seeing all the attachments. There should be more, there should be a lot more. But anyway, let's have a look. We are not seeing all the weapon attachments, so I'm going to try it again but with another weapon mod. Let's go with this, Assault MG. Installation is going to be the same, just extract it and copy paste stick underscore Assault MG to your DLC packs folder. And then same thing, just go to the dlclist.xml and add the folder to the list. So let's try it once again. Let's see what's going to happen this time. It's a machine gun and Assault MG is there. And yeah, we have all the attachments here too. Scope, flashlight and bipod. And to my knowledge, Simple Trainer also allows you to equip the Addon Weapons, but I don't use that, so I cannot explain that. So just like that, it is working. So maybe there was some issue with the files of the previous mod, that Assault Sniper. This section is for LSPDFR players, how to set up the Addon Weapons in inventory. You can use the Armory plugin, or you can set it up in the inbuilt inventory of Stop the Ped or Policing Redefined. For example, look at this file. I'm using this service pistol. It's a Glock, lower version. It has some pretty awesome attachments, such as laser sights. The thing that you need to know is that name of the weapon is going to be over here. Weapon underscore service pistol underscore 9mm. And for the attachments, you need to go to weapon components.meta. For example, here for service pistol, I'm using two attachments, laser and weapon sight. And the names are right here. Component service pistol 9mm underscore clip underscore 1. These are the magazines. This one I believe is going to be extended magazine. Yep, clip size is 33. Look at this. Service pistol underscore SUPP suppressor. Silencer attachment. This one is the flashlight. And you can see that I'm using this one. And there's one more attachment, the service pistol sight. It's right here. So I guess you get the idea. Alright, next up I'm going to explain a super awesome trick. But before that, let's make a comparison. On the left side is the Lockwood 680, the pump shotgun that we just installed. On the right side is the game's vanilla shotgun, pump shotgun. Check out the polygon counts. On the Lockwood, it is 37,000, almost 38,000. Whereas for the vanilla shotgun, it is only barely 4,000. So you can say that this shotgun is almost 10 times as detailed as this one. Also for the vertices, 35,000 and here it is 8,000. And there's one more drawback. This shotgun does not have a low quality model. Whereas the vanilla one, look at that, the difference becomes even bigger, only 1500 polygons. And here it is still 37,000. So this model is 25 times as detailed as this one. It has impact on performance. And how much that impact is going to be will depend on your system and also on GTA5 too. It has its own limitations. Or just imagine if there are 10 people holding this shotgun. Game will have to render so many polygons. Suppose that this weapon is this much far away. You cannot spot any of the detail. So there's no need to load all the detail. But game will have to because you're using this model. It doesn't has any low polygon model. Whereas in this case, the game will reduce from almost 4,000 polygons to 1500 polygons. And it's an even bigger reduction when it comes to vertices, from 8,000 to 2,000. These are the ways to optimize the game. These are called the LODs. But since many of the modded weapons usually do not have this, there is a workaround. There is a trick to circumvent this. What that trick is going to do is that you will be the only one using this weapon, the high detailed model. Everyone else will be using the same vanilla shotgun. So how do we achieve that? This trick is going to work for all the weapons that have a luxury finish. Because GTA5 has two different models. One is normal and there's another model for luxury finish. So when you select the luxury attachment, the game loads another model. This is what we are going to exploit here. So instead of installing it as a normal shotgun, we're going to install it as the luxury attachment model. So first I'm going to delete the pump shotgun from this, our LSPD_models folder where we were installing the replacement weapons. And next we are going to do a simple bulk renaming. gun_LUXZ. Click on apply and it's ready right here. And then just drag and drop. Let's see how it's going to work. Pump shotgun. This is the vanilla shotgun. And I'm going to attachment and tints. I'm going to apply the Yusuf Amir luxury finish. Check it out. It's working. Everything is fine, but there is a obvious issue. The gold tint. It should look like this, right? But it is looking like this. So first thing is, it is working. Next I'm going to tell you how to fix this. For this you need to go to your updates.rpf, common, data, AI, and right click and edit weapon components.meta. look for the name of the weapon. For example, it is pump shotgun underscore warmod underscore lowrider. By the way, if you wish to use it to your LSPDFR inventory, this is the name that you will have to use. Component underscore pump shotgun underscore warmod underscore lowrider. It works, I'm using it. And yeah, to remove the tint, this is what you will have to change. Tint index override value is 2, you need to change it to 0. And save the file. I'm not going to because I have some other things that I'm going to explain here. You can also use this trick to install high quality attachments. Now we're going to install the Carbine rifle. It has so many attachments. We're going to install all the attachments as luxury along with the weapon model too. So here are the files, but I'm going to prepare it before we install it. The ACOG attachment, let's drag it outside. And then we're going to install Addon set but no bipod. Just delete everything here so that there's no confusion. So these are the files, everything, the attachment, flashlight, foregrip and scope. Yeah, of course, the flashlight and AF grip, we need to create one more file, the one with underscore high suffix. Otherwise same thing will happen which happened earlier. There. Next up, once again, open weapon components.meta. Don't need to edit it, just open it. Look for the name of the weapon. Search down again and again until you come across the warmod underscore Luxe. Here is the model name. It should be like this. Carbine rifle underscore Luxe. Right here it is W underscore AR underscore Carbine rifle. It should have underscore Luxe suffix. So let's add that. See, it just changed. W underscore AR underscore Carbine rifle underscore Luxe. Look at this. Right? Next up, clip 1. Magazine. Look at the name. Carbine rifle underscore Luxe underscore mag 1. So we just need to add that. Same thing. See, it is similar. Carbine rifle underscore Luxe underscore mag 1. We only have one magazine, so we don't need to do anything with this. Magazine 2 or magazine 3. Next component is the flashlight. W underscore AT underscore AR flash underscore PD Luxe. Once again, we're going to do power rename. It's done. Underscore PD Luxe is there for all the files. We're done with the flashlight. Next up is foregrip. It has underscore Luxe suffix. So right here, these 3 files. Just match the name WATAR AF grip underscore Luxe. Right here, WATAR AF grip underscore Luxe. It is the same. Next is scope. Scope underscore medium underscore Luxe. These 3 files. Once again, let's match it. WAT scope medium Luxe, WAT scope medium Luxe. And that's it. We have all the files ready to install. And look here, tint index override value, I've already set it to 0 so that there's no gold tint on the weapon. And right now we don't have any high detail, high quality suppressor. So we can just configure this file. So it is going to use the suppressor that is used by the non-luxury weapon. It is W80AR suppressor underscore luxe underscore 02. Just remove this and save the file. Now let's install everything. Just a simple drag and drop in the weapons.rpf. Now the first thing, let's check out the pump shotgun for the weapon tint. You can see it has been fixed. Now carbine rifle. Weapon model is working. Flashlight is working. Grip is working. And scope is also working. And let's check out the suppressor too. Look at that, like we configured. It's using the non-luxury model for the suppressor. And here is the same weapon but without the luxury attachment. So if you use this attachment, you're going to have the high quality weapon, and remove this attachment and you're going to have the vanilla weapon. You can also use this to install a rather lower detail model for NPCs instead of going all vanilla. Now one last thing, all these luxury attachment names can be found in this weapon components.meta, but it is for base game weapons, not the DLC weapons. For example, assault rifle. Here, warmod underscore luxe. Here's the name of the weapon model, magazine, flashlight, foregrip, scope attachment, and suppressor. Combat pistol. Same thing, magazine, weapon model, magazine, flashlight, and suppressor. You can use this trick to have a high detail weapon for yourself and relatively low detail weapon for NPCs. And as I said, that this is only for base game weapons. And all the DLC weapons, you're going to find their metadata in this DLC underscore patch folder. It is inside your update.rpf. There's common, and right below it there is DLC underscore patch. For example, in MP business, there's weapon special carbine, weapon components.meta. Open it and you're going to find the look at this, special carbine underscore warmod underscore lowrider. Here's the name of the weapon model, and here are the attachments. Similarly, other weapons are in here. You will have to go through them to find them. And that's it. Have a good day.